Good morning from the 8th floor of the Essentia Hotel. Great hotel. I have no negative things about this hotel. It's like a hotel in Paris. The architecture. Look at this balcony. Look how nice this balcony is. It's marble. It's like marble. It's a great hotel, very clean. Everybody is extremely nice. I think everybody here is robots. I don't think they're real people. You deal with the customer service in America, and then you come here and deal with the customer service, it's no comparison. Now, listen, can you hear that out there? It's very quiet. But 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody blares music. The stores, they blare music so loud. You can't make a phone call. You can't carry on a conversation with the person next to you. Everywhere, it's constant, loud, blaring music. If you go to the mall, they got a great mall here. It is new. The malls in America are dead. The mall here is new. It has every store. It's clean, full of restaurants, but they blare music. They blare music so loud in the mall. You can't talk on the phone. You can't speak to the person next to you. You know how in America you got old people that are mall walkers? You ain't got that here because it is so, it's annoying. It's like torture. You know how when the Americans, they capture people and they blast rock music to them to make them go crazy so they'll talk? That's what they do here. 8 o'clock in the morning till midnight in Dumaguete City, it's constant, loud, blaring music. It never stops. You cannot escape it. And I like peace and quiet. I like drama, peace and quiet. But right now, I got peace and quiet. Now look how beautiful this is. There's my favorite mountain. The video ruins that mountain. You stand here and you look at that in person, and it is stunning. I am going to go to the top of that mountain. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to the top of the mountain, okay? Just like Martin Luther King, I have not reached the mountaintop, but I shall reach the mountaintop. I'm going to the top of that mountain. And when I get there, I'm going to look back at this spot. I'm going to video it. That's how quiet the city is right now. It's very quiet. Now, another thing, and this is not a gripe, it's not a complaint, it's just the way it is here. I'm trying to rent a house. There's no real estate brokers. There are some, but I don't know what they are. They don't have a car. You know, in America, a real estate broker come pick you up, take you to 10 houses and buy your lunch. Here, you want to see a house? You may have to, there might be 10 people that have the same house listed. They're not even a real estate broker. They're just a private person. They want to take you to the house, and then if you rent it, the owner gives them a little commission. So, they don't have no way to go see the house. So how are you going to go see the house? I got a scooter. You can get a scooter and meet me at the house. You do not even want to think about riding a scooter in this city. You don't even tattoo on your head backwards. No scooter, no scooter. Because if you're not a professional motocross dirt bike rider, seriously, you can forget it, because you will die in 1 hour. You will be in a wreck. And if you don't have health insurance and you go to the hospital, if you don't have cash, they won't even see you. They will not see you if you don't have cash or insurance. Now, I'm getting insurance. It's $1,700 a year. Very cheap. Full coverage, covers everything. It doesn't matter what you got. You show them the card and they let you in, and they will do everything for you. But if you don't have a lot of cash in the bank and you don't have insurance, you're in big trouble when you go to the hospital. It ain't like America. where the illegals can just pour into the emergency room. I got a headache. I want to have a baby, a free baby. Pay for my free baby. You know, you don't have that here. You better have insurance or you better have a lot of money. So, another thing, it's hard to spend money here. Everything is so cheap, but it's good. Good quality stuff, so cheap. I went to 5 Honda motorcycle dealerships. And I said, I want a Honda CRF 300. We ain't got one. We ain't got one. Gotta wait a year. Gotta wait a year. Every day for a week. I know better. I'm a professional motivator of people. I win every day. Ask somebody different. Purposely ask somebody different. Do you have a Honda CRF 300? Nope, ain't got one. Ain't got one. Ain't got one. Okay. Every day, I just pick a new person and ask them. Oh yeah, we got one in the back. Right there. Honda dealership, right there. I said, I want to see it. Went back, yep, sure enough, there it was. I just went to the laundry. I wasn't even looking for the motorcycle. I can get all my laundry done in 6 hours for $3. I went to drop my laundry off, and I said, let me just walk around. I like to walk around. I've done a lot of walking since I've been here. So I just want to walk around. So I just walk in there, and I find me somebody new. I said, I want a Honda CRF 300. Showed him the picture. He goes, we got one in the back. I said, well, I've been coming here for a week, and everybody says you ain't got one, take a year to get it. I went back here and looked at it. $1,000 cheaper in America, includes insurance, no taxes. I said, I will pay for it right now. I got my debit card out, boom, paid for it. I drove it a little bit yesterday, but I've had 10 dirt bikes, but it's different riding around here because you will die. There is no traffic lights. There is no courtesy. There's no rules. It's whatever goes. Now, big bus come down the road, honk, honk, everybody clears out of the way because they know that big bus will run over you and keep going. But the people on the trikes and I've seen pictures and videos of people that have had a wreck on scooters, and it's not pretty. And you think you're going to get health care like you get in America. You're not. Unless you have insurance, and then you're going to have to go to Cebu or Manila because the doctors there are trained in America. But right here, you get hurt, you're in big trouble. Okay. You go in the Honda dealership. One thing I do like, every morning they pray. You go in there, first thing, every store, they stop, they play the national anthem of the Philippines, and they pray. If you did that in America, people would look at you like you're crazy. It's amazing. Everyone stops, put their hand over their heart, take their hat off, the Philippine national anthem, and then they pray. I love it. So, you go into Honda, there's 10 people sitting over there, ignore you. Nobody talk to you, nobody do nothing. You would think, me being an American, they would jump on me. I don't think they get a sales commission. It's just the culture. You know, finally I get somebody to speak to me. I pay $4,500 cash for a motorcycle in 8 minutes. You would think they would jump on you. It's hard to spend money here because there's no, I don't say there's no customer service. It's just different. Everything is different. Now, I want to rent a house. There's no serious real estate brokers. If you want to make money on the planet Earth, you come to America and you get a work permit. You got to have a work permit to work here. And you get a real estate license and a car. You got to have a car. You can ride around and show 20, 30 properties a day and be rich. Here, you got to contact 10 people. They won't even call you back. And then they say, oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay, 3 days later, they mess you again. Well, I only have a scooter. You got to rent a car. So then they want you to pay $40 to rent a car, and then they want to charge you $5 for every house you see. What a scam. That is a complete scam. And a lot of these people, they're not even a real estate person. Look, the sun's coming up a little bit now. Look at that. It's just unbelievable. The air is so fresh and good. There's no pollution. I'm sorry, I keep changing subjects. The food is incredible. It's fresh. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. It's not frozen. But anyway, where was I at? I don't know. Talking about real estate. I want to rent a house. You can go on Marketplace. You can find houses all day long. But they won't tell you the address. You can't just drive to it. You have to contact one of these jokers, scammers, and go through that mess to try and find a house. You know, it's just complete madness. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. So, you know, I'm trying to find a house. But everything's nice here. People, everybody's friendly. You can walk in America. You can take a week, go to the mall, go to the park. In America, you might see 2 drop-dead, gorgeous, beautiful women. Here, I can walk from my hotel to the Honda dealership and back and see 50 drop-dead, gorgeous, beautiful women. And you can say, you know, hello, how are you? I'm from America. They will stop and talk to you for 10 minutes. But in Philippine culture, when you're 18, 19, 20, you have 1, 2, 3 kids. The reason is because everybody's so poor, and hopefully one of those children will get a good job and support you when you're old. That's the cycle of life here. When you're young, you have as many kids as you can, and you hope that one of those kids are going to pay for you when you get old. That's your retirement here, is your children. So the problem with these beautiful women, they got 1, 2, 3 kids. Do they want to get married? Yeah. But I ain't raising no kids. You know, I'm not the ATM. You will never be number 1 once there's a child involved. Never. You know, so, but everybody's not, even the men are nice. You would think they would be jealous of an American. No, they love you. There are so many beautiful women and nice people. They're not jealous of me. They're very nice. Everybody's nice. Everybody is extremely nice and polite. But you just gotta understand the culture and learn the culture. You know, I was in the mall Monday, and I was talking to the lady about a round trip ticket to Hong Kong. I'm going to Hong Kong just to visit. And there's a Canadian next to me. He said, be still, be quiet, take your hat off. I said, why am I doing that? He said, they're playing the national anthem. I didn't know that was the national anthem. And the Philippine lady was just looking at me like this. I didn't know. So I learned, when they do the national anthem, you got to take your hat off, stop. Just be still and let them play it. I had to learn that. Now, I went into the Honda dealership Monday. 8:30, you know me, I'm everywhere 30 minutes early. They open at 8:30, I'm there at 8. Security guard's nice, he just lets you in, come on in. Every store has a security guard with a pistol or a shotgun. They got a shotgun around their neck. They don't put up with anything over here. I went to the bank yesterday, spent 2 hours in the bank trying to transfer money. There's 3 people in there with a shotgun. They don't put up with nothing. If you go to jail in the Philippines, they're going to put you in the jail. They ain't going to give you a lawyer. They ain't going to read you your rights or nothing. They're going to put you in a jail, and they may come back in 3 years and say, oh, what are you in jail for? You don't want to go to jail here. So you got to be nice and learn the culture. You know, it ain't like American. You go to jail. I want a lawyer. I want bail. Let me free in 2 hours. Not here, buddy. You go to jail here, you're in jail. And it ain't a nice jail. You're going to be eating rats and cockroaches. And you're going to be with a lot of other stinky, smelly men. And they ain't very nice and kind. It's not like America where the taxpayer pays for, oh, we got to give you dental. We got to give you a doctor. We got to give you a trade. We got to give you air conditioner. You know, a person on death row in America for 20 years, it costs $1 million a year to keep that person on death row. And we pay for that, you know. All the illegals, one of the reasons I left Memphis, my tree business, I pay 9 taxes in Tennessee before I pay the IRS. The illegals can come there and open a tree business. They don't pay nothing. They don't even have a tag, insurance, or registration on their vehicle. You know how they get away with it? The Democratic mayor and the Democratic politicians, they don't bother them. You know why? Because they vote. How can they vote? They're illegal. My ex-Chinese wife wanted to go vote. I said, you can't vote. You're not registered. You got to do the process. Okay, come on. Let's go vote. They went in there, showed her driver's license. They let her vote. Now, 2 years later, I got a thing in the mail. Your vote does not count because you're not registered. Well, what does it matter 2 years later? They've done voted. And the illegals can vote in Memphis every election. And that's why we keep getting Democratic people in office. They do nothing for those people. Anyway, in 1990 to 2010, if I looked at 20 jobs, I got 18. Now, if I look at 20 jobs, I get 2. You know why? Everybody hired the illegal. Why pay Glenn $1,200 when you can get an illegal, no insurance, don't pay taxes for $400? I was run out of business by the illegals. But I'm up in America, I'm up at 3 o'clock every morning, walking the floor, trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for everything. And just like madness, like an ambulance driver. Look at tree job, look at tree job, look at tree job. Trying to keep things going. When 1990 to 2010, I could coast. After 2010, there's probably 20 illegal tree businesses in America. In Memphis. There's probably 20 million in America. They know to come here. You come here, get you a truck, Lopez Tree Service, and you're in business. Nobody bother you. If I don't pay my taxes, they garnish my account. If I put something on the street, I got to go to environmental court. The illegals can do it all day long. They're not bothered. Why? Because they vote. When my ex-wife went to her citizenship, big ordeal, 300 people in the room, 3 hours, all they did was talk about voting Democrat. Now we're going to introduce the head of the Democratic Party in Memphis. The whole thing was about voting Democrat. Not welcome to America, none of that. It was about voting Democrat. When we walked outside, there was 10 people sitting there, lined up, paperwork, desk, pens. You know what they were doing? Signing up everybody to join the Democratic Party. And I asked one, any Republicans here? Nope. Oh, they're welcome to come. Okay, enough about that. I'm free of that now. I am free of that. Here, I can eat, I can relax, I don't have any stress, I don't have one single bill. I owe nobody nothing. Here, I can live like a king. I don't owe anybody anything. You know, you would not believe the amount of sleep and what good sleep you can have. When you eat, I've lost 5 pounds eating good fresh food. The air here, there's no pollution or nothing. The zero stress. My only stress is, I guess, worrying about the scooters. Now, I ain't riding them scooters, I get on a trike. I can ride the trike anywhere for 50 cents, Why risk my life on a scooter? So, everything is way better in the Philippines. If you're retired and you're getting your retirement and you don't come over here and retire, you are insane. Moving here will add 10 years to my life. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I eat healthy, I exercise every day. I plan on living a long time. But just the food, no stress, the environment, the air quality, you're going to add 10 years to your life. So I just wanted to say that it's not really a negative. It's just the way it is. It's very loud. I'm trying to get a house in the province where it's quiet. The malls are loud. The city's loud. Everything's loud. You go into a dealership, nobody going to wait on you. I don't think they get a commission. I think they just get paid. A lot of it is they're shy. And a lot of it, they're shy for an American because I look like probably an alien creature compared to everybody else. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, white with green eyes. So they say, oh my God, I have never seen somebody like that. So I think that's a little bit of it. But you would think when you would go in I've been to a Toyota dealership. Everybody ignores you. You'd think they would run up and try to sell you something. They ignore you. Anyway, Dumaguete, I think it's Sunday morning, like 5:30 in the morning. It's nice and quiet right now. You can tell the noise has picked up a little bit. Right over here, 8 o'clock, they're gonna turn the speakers up and blare noises. It's just gonna be loud. Just gotta deal with it. Okay, Sunday morning, Dumaguete, 5:30 in the morning, 1 week in the Philippines. I love it. I have not one bad thing to say. It is a 10,000% positive experience.